About Renju. Well, I bet we found out what about Renju last time. He's dead. Murdered. Killed and his eye removed, strung up on a hook. Do we have any clues as to who did it? No, we do not. Do we have any clues as to why? Maybe. I mean, possibly. The only thing we have to go on from what we learned in the Iris timeline is that maybe they were killed because someone wanted to hook them up to the prototype Somnium machine to go into their dreams and maybe get some information from them. But who? Who would possibly want to do this? Well, we're going to continue on. So, at some point, we are going to get information, I assume, that we need to get past the plot lock on that Iris timeline. Who knows when we'll reach that. But as far as right now goes, we are on the left timeline. We're hanging out with Mizuki, investigating the murder of her parents with her. And it looks like that we finished in the Yakuza office, where, like, this guy brought out a minigun and tried to shoot Date, but Date dodged it, his reflexes enhanced by the promise of pornography. It's his way. It's, you know, Captain America and the Super Soldier Serum? Well, with Date, it's just, hey, there's porn down there. It's basically the same idea. Alright, let's go to Lemniscate.
This is all really suspicious.
Which part of it, Date?
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras.
Yeah, why was the politician hanging out with the Yakuza?
There's definitely something going on there.
And why did they not want Date to know about it?
I agree. But I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings.
Right, that's what we're calling these murders, as opposed to the original Cyclops serial killings, which is what happened 6 years ago. We found that out last time.
We need to do further investigation.
Oddly, on this timeline, the boss was actually didn't take long for the boss to tell us about what happened 6 years ago, as opposed to the other timeline, in which he never told us. That was kind of strange, actually. Oh, I guess on this timeline we have not seen this yet? Okay. Let us roar like a lion. That is not a lion roar, Date.
Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here?
There's a certain jellyfish aspect to her, I suppose.
So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Yes, it looks exactly like him.
Do I look like Renju?
It's the ghost of Renju.
Mizuki?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you... Mom?
Oh no.
Idiot.
That's why she takes this form. It's a fond memory Date has in his mind.
They must have increased your dosage too much.
But if he can't remember from over 6 years ago, does that mean Date has no memory of his mother? Something to consider.
My dosage?
Yeah, she gives him meds. We haven't been told what those are for. But apparently she's medicating him.
Anyway, you're Aiba, right? Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
I'm so lonely.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality. You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
So, how is So related to the Kumakuras?
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet.
Oh, juicy rumors.
Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories. But would you like to hear them regardless?
Hell yes.
Please.
Oh, okay, let's click. How is So related to the Kumakuras? And make it as outlandish as possible.
Mr. Tsujima Sojima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle. But 20 years ago, Sojima lived elsewhere, in the Kawasaki district to be exact.
Was that like the chemical explosion district? Where no one can live?
He was 40 years old. The Sojima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district.
Now it's drenched with lethal chemicals.
Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen.
He lost it all
The Sojima family sold off its holdings.
after the chemical explosion.
6 months later, the incident occurred.
They sold it before the chemical explosion. Suspicious.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value.
Well, of course they would.
What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious.
Too suspicious.
To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, Sojima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
Well, of course he did.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct.
Got the land back and made a tremendous amount of money at the same time.
Despite the horrific accident, the Sojima family is no worse off.
True. But I don't see the point of it. It's not like he got anything out of it.
He got a lot of money out of it, Date.
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact.
I love important facts.
After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed... we will have to continue this conversation later.
Yes, never mind about these possible relevant clues. I have to take the phone.
I am receiving a call from headquarters.
I'm sure it will be relevant.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss? My name is Akaska from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case.
That's a weird coincidence. We're investigating the Shoko Nadami case.
Something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A prisoner?
We saved the call.
89 knows who killed her.
I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami, and if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is.
I mean, he did not tell us. Like, we got him out of the jail and brought him to Abyss and had a chat. All he did was break out with our gun.
I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain.
And I don't think we should trust him.
He will kill again, you know.
He already has.
And he'll take their eye while they're still alive.
Already did.
There will be more bodies.
There's been one more.
If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renju was killed. In other words,
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Well, no, he said there will be more bodies. It's not really a prediction. It's just sort of like a general thing he said, and there's been one more body. There haven't been multiple.
yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Do you think there's anything to this?
Probably not. We should probably ignore it.
I don't know.
Just go about our business. Don't give it a second thought. Anyway, we're at Lemniscate. I think we were going to talk to Oda. Yeah.
Oh, Date.
Oh, Oda.
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah, I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the corpse you ran away from and left Mizuki all on her own. Sure was Renju's ex-wife.
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom.
Momzuki, yes.
Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her.
Yeah, she saw her dead mom and saw you just running away.
But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother. I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
About Renju's case.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
Well, you only need to see him once to have killed him, Oda.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body. This is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Yeah, who knows how she would react if she knew the secret
Huh?
about your Twitter accounts.
Wait, it's no big deal. I just...
You better start talking.
Okay.
About Renju's case.
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone? Someone was with him. A man.
I can see right through you, Oda. You have no secrets from me.
No. A woman.
I can read you like a book, Oda.
I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Don't lie to me, Oda!
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess. You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. But Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol.
She streams video games.
Idols don't kill people.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
A savior.
The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block. And I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing, and it made me realize something important.
I knew exactly who I needed to ship Sonic with. I mean, it was just in front of me the whole time, and my writer's block was suddenly cured.
You don't have to care what people think, you know? If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people.
That's why I told everyone the best ship was Sonic with Vector the alligator. I don't care what everyone said. They got mad at me. But I believe in Tessa. I believe in Iris. I believe my message will get through.
That attitude is something all great creators need to have. After that, I became a huge A-Set fan and got over my writer's block.
I wrote so many lemons, so many Date, you can't believe it. Pages and pages.
And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired. A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down. So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
Well, I guess I'm convinced. I never said Iris was the murderer, Oda.
But do you suspect her?
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But
Do it for Iris.
What time did they leave the building?
around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
And what did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
Huh?
What happened?
Date.
Hey, we're talking about you.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you.
Did you murder Renju?
Come with me.
All right, taking her down to police headquarters. Are we going to put her in the machine? I don't really feel like playing Shovel Forge again.
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth. And I would appreciate your cooperation.
Is Oda's story true?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes? Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket, ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
What were you doing with Renju?
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there. But the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before. Especially with important people being there.
What do you do after you turned him down?
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura. At 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Aiba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
That's true.
Do you have an alibi for last night?
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Aiba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She isn't lying.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
I always thought that about Iris.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
It's not a lie if she believes it.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
With her mind, of course.
You mean...
Don't leave it off like that. What do we mean? Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah,
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris's mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
What if they're all in on it?
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night?
You used to work at Sunfish Pocket, right?
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
Like a giant fish hook. Like the kind that Renju was found strung up on. About the surveillance camera.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
Don't dodge the question, Aset. When did you find out that Renju was killed?
When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do? I had a podcast to record this morning, so
Well, I mean, priorities, yes, I know.
if I went to the police, I'd be late.
You could have recorded the podcast at the police station, Aset. You have a phone.
And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know? Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It kind of is like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl. Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point.
I don't know. I know a pretty strong little girl. I don't know if that's an excuse.
A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
He would have never seen it coming, boss.
No, it's still possible. You see,
Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. It's been a while since I think we've seen this once. Let's see. Iris could have killed Renju because... Let's see.
Renju's estimated TOD is yesterday, around 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Numerous hemorrhages in the blood vessels of the throat and face indicate strangulation. The weapon used to commit the murder was some kind of twisted cloth.
Yeah, they did say
The
that.
criminal likely wrapped it around Renju's neck and pulled.
Mm-hmm.
Renju then suffocated. The more precise cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck.
All right.
In short, Renju was strangled from behind with some kind of cloth or rope.
That's probably not it because, yeah, if Iris got him from behind with the cloth, he probably could have powered out.
The autopsy determined that Renju vacated his bowels for muscle relaxation upon death. However, no trace of this was found on the corpse or at the scene.
But what could that possibly mean?
This means that it is highly likely Renju was killed elsewhere and moved to where he was found.
But, like, it's not in his clothes, right? So that means, like, the murderer cleaned it up.
Renju's corpse was discovered at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket, hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on both ends. One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw. The other end was attached to beer kegs found on the floor. The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each.
I don't think this is evidence for this question. Renju's weight. Sedation?
The autopsy discovered a high concentration of benzodiazepine in Renju's body. This drug is commonly used as a sedative. It is likely that Renju was in a state of compromised consciousness before his death.
If she's sedated, then he could have been killed by the teenage girl. Could probably show this.
A heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
So it was the bit about him being on pulleys. Dangled over the counter. Right. Counterweights, so probably this.
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I think only a teenage girl could have done that.
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then, what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible.
I guess the murderer would have had to have known exactly how much Renju weighs.
But there is one more thing.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him. If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
How could she have? What's this elevator record?
Sunfish Pocket is located on the 2nd floor. According to the records, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, the elevator stopped on the 2nd floor only once. At 8:55 p.m., the total weight detected in the elevator was approximately 310 pounds.
Well, that's not really what we need.
I know this watch. It's Renju's favorite. I found it inside an oil drum at Sunfish Pocket. That means...
Oil drum?
The oil drum inside Sunfish Pocket. The type that has a lid you can open, with about a 200-liter capacity. Empty, it weighs approximately 44 pounds.
Alright, so maybe we just rolled him along. Maybe we could show the oil drum. Need more. We could say that maybe she rolled him to the elevator, then brought it up to the 2nd floor, possibly. Maybe? No, not that. It's not going to be sedation. The watch was found in the drum. I don't know if that answers the question they're asking, but... Yeah?
Do you know what this is?
It's a rhetorical question, Iris. You know exactly what it is.
It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure. Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed.
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
Well, let's see. This one said the oil drum was 44 pounds empty. So we can show that one. And the elevator record said the total weight of what was in there. And then I guess we go with Renju's weight.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor.
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once, at 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310.
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
Now, this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail. However,
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall. There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod. I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
She's fidgeting around.
She wants to dance.
Is she doing something under the desk?
Trying to restrain the urge to dance.
That's what it looks like. But we need to confirm something before we confront her. We need to know that she is in fact doing something under the desk.
Without turning around?
Yes.
How would I do that?
It me. Camera?
Ah, shit.
That thing, huh?
Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing? Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date. Sync with her.
Alright, I guess we're playing Shovel Forge again.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
How about it, Date? Think you can do it?
Not a problem. Get it started.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up,
I know.
Then, let's begin.
Right, 6 minutes, and absolutely nothing we see is admissible in court. I remember. Oh, is it not Shuffle Forge? Is it something else this time?
What is this place?
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown, but there must be a connection.
Iris, what are you hiding?
Somnium scan, activate!
Discover the secret. Alright, well there's a TV right in front of us. Oh, we also have a fork coming up real soon. We have to look at the blood. We have to watch the murder. Let's look at this map. Well, only TV and doors. The only things here. I guess we're going to look at this TV.
A CRT TV.
Well, what do we do except hit it?
Fixing it by hitting it is an old-fashioned approach.
Well, this is an old-fashioned object, so... What was that just now?
A child's drawing of a rat.
Iris must have drawn it.
It is not yet possible to determine that. Let's continue the investigation. There is much to interact with.
Yeah, things have changed. And it looks like we're going down the left side. We looked at the blood. Now we have to blow it up. Alright. What can we interact with now? There's doors, medicine shelf, gun, mirror. Well, the mirror is the one that's closest to us.
A full-body mirror.
Can we dance at it? I don't like how much time any of these take. Not a fan of it. Let's find something that's faster. Here's gun.
A revolver.
Is it real?
It appears that way.
I guess we'll do shoot.
I do not see any bullets inside.
Just try it.
All right, I'll give it a shot. As I thought, this will not work.
We need a bullet.
Gotta find a bullet. Alright.
5 minutes left, Date.
Well, at least we got rid... at least we got rid of that timey.
A revolver.
We can look down the barrel. Or we can remove. Don't really want to remove, do I? Might as well look down the barrel.
It's dark.
Why not bring your face closer?
They're just all the way up to it.
Bang!
No, I cannot see anything. Oh, did you say something?
I didn't think you'd fall for that.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry too.
Let's look in the mirror.
A full body mirror.
Okay. So, let's talk at the mirror.
Aiba, what are you doing in a place like this? I'm taking care of Date. He's so troublesome. Oh, I understand. He can't do anything without you, can he? Yeah.
Cut it out.
Doesn't seem like we discovered anything by doing that.
A full body...
It's a full body mirror. Why don't we look?
I see my reflection.
Really?
What could this mean?
Your reflection should be the figure I'm thinking of. So, what is your true form?
Whatever you imagine. My appearance is nothing but a vessel.
So your spirit is your true form.
I mean, we've seen her true form. It's like an eyeball with like some jelly around it. It looks like a tiny bear. We've seen it.
A full body mirror.
It's a full body mirror. Let's punch it.
Are you sure I can break this mirror?
I'm not sure of anything.
No, I don't think you have the strength to break it.
Then why did you ask me to, pervert?
Just punch it, and I'm not a pervert. See? It won't break.
What was the point of that?
Well, I mean, now at least we discovered that we're learning things here. Learning information. Let's go to that medicine shelf.
I see many objects in the room.
Yes, many medicines, and also a TV with a frog on it. Let's see. Well, we can smell.
There is a sweet smell, like syrup or almonds.
Well, it's either a sweetener or...
Possibly nitroglycerin.
Be careful.
Because nitroglycerin explodes even from slight impacts, it is usually mixed with acetone to lower the sensitivity.
No.
I did not expect Iris to be aware of how to handle such dangerous chemicals.
Though I understand that if you chew it, it will lower your stress level.
A shelf. Various things have been placed on it.
Let's see. We can investigate the bottle.
What? The explosions appear to have stopped.
The explosions made the room change.
This is a dangerous dream, but we must continue.
All right, we blew up a frog. Making progress.
3 minutes, Date.
Just a little under half time left, but we've done 2 out of 4 locks, so that's good. It's not a bad thing. Okay, there's a reference book, operating table, the gun is still active, and TV. So we need to tear and stab it, which kind of makes it sound like we should probably go to this operating table, but maybe we should take a look. I mean, knowledge is power. Let's go to the reference book first.
It appears to be a butterfly reference book with pictures.
Well, I mean, we need to tear and stab, so let's rip it up.
That will be difficult with it being this thick.
Butterfly effect.
I suppose that is somewhat accurate.
The more you do, the less time you have.
But we have no choice but to investigate further.
Right.
So I don't think this is active anymore. Yeah, it is not. No, gas canister is now there. I don't think that was there before. There's locker. I mean, we could probably head to the operating table. See what we should do there.
An operating table.
Well, sure, why not? Let's put it down to 30 seconds and sleep.
How does it feel?
Awful. Am I going to be killed? Modified? I'm restless. I can't take the suspense.
Do you think they'll modify you into a grasshopper or a spider?
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oddly, that didn't do anything.
It's an operating table.
Alright, I guess we should investigate.
The fabric on the surface is frayed. It appears to be in use despite its age.
They did surgery here?
Surgery or worse.
I mean, if someone has surgery done, presumably they need it, so you wouldn't say it's a bad thing, you know? There's locker. There's gun, but we still don't have a bullet. There's TV, there's gas canister. Maybe let's head over to locker.
Just a locker.
Just a locker. Well, we're starting to run out of time, so maybe let's just open this up.
That was close. If this were the Delta Princess, I would have been stabbed.
Why was it booby-trapped?
I do not see anything else inside. Would you like me to examine the knife?
Good idea.
Well, we do need to stab, so we probably should go get that knife.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
I know.
The knife that flew out of the locker.
Seppuku, huh? Or push in. So many options. At least we get timies for doing each of these. If I say 1/6, then sure, let's push in. You're just gonna punch it? That looks like it hurts.
It cannot be pushed in any further. The knife that flew out of the locker.
Well, alright. I guess we're gonna commit seppuku.
Do you wish for me to die?
No, I do not.
But why must I commit seppuku?
In this foreign land, I believed it to be the only course of action.
I refuse.
Do you wish to speak a haiku in your final breath?
Your samurai impression is ridiculous and inaccurate. Stop that! Is this Somnium starting to get to you, Date?
I'm my usual self.
That's the problem. But in any case, I will not do it.
Well, we need to tear and stab it. I mean, I don't know what it is, but apparently it is not the wall, and I guess it is not Iba. So let us use a timey and let us throw.
Like this?
It's a very dangerous way of throwing something.
What? I only threw it lightly. An oil drum, television, and torso.
One of these things don't belong.
I think I understand. I'm starting to see the picture.
It's all coming together now.
I do not yet understand it.
Well, we did Mental Lock 3 anyway. But like 3/4 of our time are gone at this point. Just about. Okay, we need to shoot and kill. So I guess we need to get a bullet for this gun. So what do we have now? We have doors, oil drum, gun, TV, torso, gas canister. Let's see. The torso's across the room. The gun and the oil drum kind of far away. This gas canister is like right next to us.
A common gas canister.
Sure, open the valve.
It's rusted shut. I cannot open it.
If you can't, then
It is meant to be closed?
I think so.
A common gas...
Alright, I guess we're kicking the thing.
Are you okay?
It hurts. I might not be able to stand for a while.
Don't give up. I believe in you.
I believe that you are more of a sadist than you let on.
Well, I don't know if smelling is going to do anything. I don't know if we can do anything with this thing. Let's head over to that oil drum, maybe.
An oil drum?
Why don't we take the lid off?
No use. I cannot take it off.
Maybe we don't have to open it.
You have 1 minute left.
An oil
I know. 1 minute. All right. Why don't we look inside? Well, it's censored inside. It's too extreme for our eyes.
What does this mean?
We found the bullets.
Maybe you can use them in that gun?
Alright, do I have to pick them up? I think we automatically pick them up. Alright, so... Yeah, okay, gun's over there.
A revolver.
That's 99 seconds, so... Let's shoot. We have ammo for it, right?
Can we use the bullets we found earlier?
This could work. I'll try shooting it.
We did it. We get to see a makeout session with the politician and a purple person. It was all worthwhile. And we had some time left over in the end. So what did we learn, everyone?
During that Somnium.
We saw the whole thing on the monitor.
But we're just as confused as you are.
No one knows what's going on. With that, maybe we will take a little bit of a break. Come back in a few minutes. I think this is a good sentence to leave off on for the break. And be back as we try to make some sense out of our little fun dream time in Iris's brain before we lock her up and throw away the key, that filthy, filthy murderer. Back in a few minutes. We are confused, and we don't know what we just did.
Well, upon further reflection, it is not so strange.
Lay it on us, Iba.
Dreams are developed outside of our conscious will. When you sink into Somnium, there is no guarantee of what you will discover.
What about the figure?
Could have been Iris herself.
Making out with the politician who has boobs here, sure.
That is a possibility.
Anything is possible.
The sinker sees the subject's dream from the third person.
That means that Iris... She must have met So Sajima somewhere.
We did see Congressman Sajima in there.
We saw that shadow kiss him, too.
It's hot.
Did that happen in reality?
Not necessarily. I'm sure you've had dreams of kissing celebrities and porn stars, right?
Boss, I am as pure as the driven snow. I will have you know.
The first part, yes, but the second part, no.
You sure about that? Anyway, you know what I mean.
A dream is not made up entirely of memories. It can include things outside of your memory, like TV or movies.
Even if the figure was supposed to be Iris, her smooch in Somnium does not necessarily reflect her actions in reality.
Somnium smooch. Smoochnium.
You can't use the word smooch.
Use the word smooch all the time.
Why not?
So we don't know if Iris and So are acquainted.
That's right, because So is a celebrity of sorts. It's possible she just saw him on TV or online.
He's a celebrity? So many periods.
Date, Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
Putting me to sleep when I wasn't expecting it? You cops are more rough than I thought.
You signed a consent form before you came in here, didn't you?
You forced me to sign it.
Anyway, Iris, I have some things I want to ask you.
Yeah, let's ignore that.
What?
Do you remember your dream earlier?
Dream? What are you talking about?
The subject of the sink does not experience Somnium as you do. Iris would not know about it.
Do you know a politician named So Sajima?
Yeah, I know his name and face. I've never met him.
I feel like you kissed him a little bit. Or maybe just a little bit.
You haven't?
I'm just an internet idol.
You stream video games.
It's not like I have connections to politicians or anything.
About the Nile message with Oda.
Iris, let me ask one thing. The message Ota sent you on Nile. I won't tell anyone about that thing. What is that thing?
I don't know. Ota's the one who wrote that. You should ask him.
Iba, Ota's phone is still broken, right? But he definitely sent that Nile message.
Ota purchased a new phone in Akihabara yesterday.
With the same number?
Yes.
Call it.
Connected.
Hey, it's Kaname Date. Where are you? Ota, I know you can hear me.
At home. I'm at home.
Got it. Wait right there. I'm coming over.
Is Tessa still at the police station?
Yes.
If you want me to talk, release her. Criminal Procedure Law Number 198. Persons may refuse to heed a summons or leave the supervision of the police at any time unless they are arrested or detained. Tessa isn't a suspect. According to Article 223, this applies to all persons of interest.
I don't know, we developed a pretty airtight case that she did it.
You haven't issued an arrest warrant for Tessa, right? So if you don't release her right now, you are violating the law.
I expect we probably violated a few laws by shoving her in this machine, but no one seems to really care about that.
Damn.
Do we have a deal? You want my testimony, right? Bring Tessa here, and I promise I'll tell you everything I know.
This kid is starting to get on my nerves.
So, what are you going to do?
Shit.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Normal, I guess. Why? Did you do something that would make me sick?
I just took a peek inside your head is all.
Inside my head?
Never mind that. Let's head to the diner.
Iris, come with me. We're going to Matsushita Diner.
Were you talking to Ota?
Yeah, telepathically. I have special powers. Anyway, let's go.
Tessa!
Thank you, Ota. It's thanks to you.
That's right. It's not like you can do whatever you want just because you're the police.
Oh, Ota, so naive.
Maybe not. But you better keep your promise.
Did I keep you waiting?
I was nervous thinking about Tessa. I couldn't stop imagining what dirty, perverted dojin plots you were acting out with her.
It's nothing at all like that. I just went into her brain and saw her kissing an old politician. It's nothing at all like your perverted dojins, Oda. Maybe a little...
I am in your eye socket. That won't happen.
Maybe it was a little bit like your perverted dojins.
Wouldn't happen anyway.
I guess you bought a new cell phone.
Yeah, I did. Yesterday in Akihabara.
Where's your mother?
She's in the living room in the back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry I yelled at you.
I think she's watching TV or something.
Okay.
Did you come all the way here just to ask me that?
No. About that thing in the Nile message.
So let's hear it. What is that thing?
That thing?
That thing.
Don't play dumb. You sent that message to Iris.
Oh, Date, will you do me a favor?
What?
There's a picture on the counter, right?
Yeah, and?
I want you to take a good look at it.
The photo.
Yes, the photo.
I was about to say I find it unlikely he could have done that, but I guess that was like a big cast iron frying pan he was holding, so I suppose so.
My head is pounding.
Why am I driving?
What time is it?
The day has turned over. It is Monday, 2:50 a.m. You've been unconscious for nearly 5 hours.
Ota got me, didn't he?
He did. He struck you over the head with the walk.
Little bastard. Why did he do that?
I don't know, But afterward, he ran off with Iris.
How do you know?
You had lost consciousness, but I was still watching. I recorded video of the incident. Take a look.
Oh, good. Now everyone at the station can see that we were outsmarted by Oda.
You witch! You stay away from my boy!
Tessa! What's wrong? Did something happen?
No, everything's fine.
Okay, let's go.
Ota.
Why didn't you chase them?
I'm sorry.
You should have jumped out of my eye and ran after them.
I couldn't move. The mechanics controlling my ambulatory motion were short-circuited by the blow to your head. Date, the boss is calling.
How am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent the address to Iva.
Iris.
Man, Iris can't avoid dying in any of these timelines.
No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iva, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
Why did we wake up driving the car? I mean, maybe it's not the most important thing right now. I mean, maybe Oda is just trying to do Iris a favor. Like, he's streaming this on her Twitch channel. It's gonna get so many views. Can you imagine how many bits are gonna get donated? It's like the saw is gonna come down, but if you don't want Iris to die, keep donating bits, and then it'll go back up. Is that like it's a polar bear? He's being killed by a polar bear?
We've almost reached the destination.
Please let me make it in time.
That is a lot of blood.
You okay?
Date.
Where did they go?
Through the back door.
Just hang on, Ota. Help is on the way.
Don't worry. Iris is alive. Backup is en route to this location. Date, pursue the culprit.
All right, I'm on it.
Alright, she's not dead yet, anyway. Oh, okay. I guess the pursuit is over, and we're back at police headquarters. I guess.
Any traces of the culprit?
We didn't find the culprit.
Still nothing. We also didn't catch the culprit on any of the surveillance cameras.
Where could this culprit be?
They probably got away through the back alley.
It's a mystery. Like some person dressed as a polar bear. Didn't see him anywhere.
While wearing a polar bear costume.
Maybe they took it off and threw it in the ocean.
If it were filled with something heavy, it would sink to the bottom.
We did not get the big catch this time. About Iris and Ota.
They were taken to Central Hospital. Ota's surgery went well. He's in treatment now.
Alright, so he actually was wounded, I guess.
He's stable, nothing life-threatening. Iris, though.
Yeah, that's one big missing eye.
She's still in surgery?
Yeah.
Iris's left eye was forcibly removed.
Seems to happen a lot to her.
Because the optic nerve is connected to the brain, the surgery will take some time to complete.
Have you contacted Hitomi and Mayumi?
Of course. Hitomi's at the hospital, waiting for the surgery to finish.
And Mayumi?
She was at the hospital earlier, waiting for Ota to get out. I think she went back home to get some clothes and things for Ota's hospital stay.
Date, last night, Mayumi left the diner to chase after Iris and Ota.
I was kind of wondering what was happening there at the end.
Perhaps she knows something.
Yeah, she might. Let's listen to Mayumi's story.
It's kind of odd that she didn't check to see if Date was alive. About Okiura Fishery.
You should ask Aiba about that.
Yes, I have already done some research. Okiura Fishery is owned by the Okiura we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
So it's a coincidence the criminal chose that location?
Unknown.
I want to hear from a representative of Okiura Fishery.
They're giving statements at HQ right now.
Yeah, who actually owns the place? We've been there a few times. Things don't seem to go well there for Iris. But who actually owns it?
The line is pretty long.
You could just talk to Mizuki.
Right. She's part of the Okiura family too. Oh, speaking of. Hey boss, did you end up sending anyone to take care of Mizuki yesterday?
Jeez, you're finally getting around to asking that? Yes, she's fine. I had one of our new recruits take her. She took her back to your house, so Mizuki should still be there.
So Mizuki's at home.
And I'm fairly certain she's furious with you.
Probably.
After leaving her alone with Mama, I mean.
Has CSI found anything at the warehouse?
It's still ongoing, but they haven't found anything of note yet. Date, Aiba, go to the warehouse again and investigate. You two might be able to find some useful clues.
About Renju. About So.
So, Sejima? He was in Iris' Somnium yesterday.
And he was hot.
Right. But Iris says she's never met him.
Why not ask So about it?
So lives in Azabu, right? I guess I could.
I should go do my job.
Alright, boss. I'm going to investigate all this.
Got it. We're counting on you.
Oof. Never say that, boss. We're in trouble if you're counting on me.
Let's go, Iva.
Roger that.
All right, let's go to the warehouse. Search it again, see if we find anything. See if we find any clues concerning a polar bear costume.
Two cars.
These cars have been parked here since before 3:17 a.m.
One van and one station wagon.
Well, how's everyone doing? It's a police officer. No progress.
This station wagon is a stolen car.
Stolen?
Last night, the owner of the vehicle reported it stolen. It was stolen at 10:33 p.m. yesterday. The theft occurred in Fuchu, Tokyo, in the parking lot of Famisto, a convenience store along Koshu Highway.
The Famisto parking lot, huh?
The car was stolen while the owner was shopping inside the store. The vehicle's engine was on. The doors might have even been unlocked, which would have made the theft easy for the culprit.
Who owns the van?
The Matsushita family. It appears as though it was used for transporting ingredients and supplies.
Tessa, wait! I'll get the car.
Ota's fingerprints were found on the steering wheel and gearshift. Iris's fingerprints were found around the passenger seat. Those were the only prints recently made.
Was there anything else found inside the car?
There was one thing.
What was it?
Ota's cell phone. The one he purchased 2 days ago in Akihabara. It slid under the driver's seat.
Where's the phone now?
Its data is being inspected and evaluated.
And it's filthy.
Who took the car?
Ota Matsushita.
What?
Ota got into the car and drove off. The security cameras at the convenience store caught the entire incident. Ota's fingerprints were also found on the steering wheel of that car. There is no doubt that it was Ota.
The stream of the polar bear started around 3 a.m.
Correct. About 10 minutes later, Ota appeared on screen.
Ota stole the car at 10:33 p.m. That makes 4.5 hours until he appeared on screen.
I cannot find anything in the vicinity that could be a clue.
Me either. Let's check inside the warehouse. Wow, it's cold in here.
The air conditioners have stopped. However, the insulation in the walls has kept the room temperature close to what it was this morning.
I should finish this investigation before I freeze to death.
Well then, you had better get started.
Any progress on the investigation?
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
Aren't you cold?
There's some engineer from NRIPS created a jacket lined with heating wires. That keeps me warm. Nice, right?
That does sound pretty nice, actually.
Cops and inspectors around here are wearing them.
Except Date. He doesn't rank. Any clues?
No, nothing so far.
Do you have a family?
No, unfortunately I live alone. With a job like this, I don't really get the chance to meet new people.
I mean, you do, but they're dead, probably.
Once this case is wrapped up, how about you and I go to a cabaret club together?
Hey, now you're talking. You're buying, right?
Sure, I'll expense it.
I recorded that conversation. I will be sending it to the boss later.
On second thought, why don't we split it?
Aw, lame.
We see each other a lot, don't we?
Yeah, wish it were under better circumstances. Too bad you're not a girl. This could be the start of something.
Yeah, thinking the same thing.
I always think that when I meet new people. Man, it's a shame you're not a girl, because, could be something going on here. It's a nice icebreaker. Oh, by the way, is this Chris's blood? It's Oda's blood. You'll be examining this.
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them.
Well, you got to start small. When you start your stream, you don't want to buy expensive equipment right away, because, you might decide you don't want to keep doing it, Then you're left with this expensive equipment you've spent way too much on, and you decided that just wasn't for you. Start off small, cheaper stuff, and then if you want to keep on going with it, invest more money into equipment and higher quality.
I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it.
Poor IT security.
The tires of the forklift are clearly frozen to the ground.
It hasn't been moved in a long time. What are you thinking?
Nothing. It just seemed noteworthy.
Should we x-ray it? Maybe there's a body on the other side.
3 a.m. this morning. Iris was lying right here.
If Ota hadn't come to save her, it would have been too late. That machine is used to cut ice. We have gathered testimony from the workers regarding it. This has always been in the warehouse, so the suspect did not bring it here.
Any fingerprints?
Nothing.
Any paw prints?
No fingerprints have been found at the scene at all. This entire warehouse is clean.
I see. There are only a few items on the shelf. Is this warehouse not in use?
Dark spot, huh? Click on the shadow. Look at the shadow. A square object in the shadow.
Huh. There's something there.
You should go pick it up.
Huh. I recognize this.
An Odoroki Man chocolate. You've been collecting them for 3 years.
Have I?
Each chocolate contains a special sticker inside. Years ago, you started buying them for Mizuki, but eventually, you got hooked on them. Even after Mizuki lost interest, you kept buying them.
That's a bittersweet memory. The Odoroki Man chocolate. Why is this here?
Perhaps we can use it as a clue. Let's investigate further.
All right. We have some chocolate.
Ah, it's freezing.
Date, we're at our limit. We've examined everything of interest here. Let's go elsewhere.
I agree.
Let's head on out. I suppose let's go to the diner.
might you be?
Oh, you recognize me. I'm the man who was attacked in your diner last night.
It's me, Kaname Date. We met yesterday.
By your son.
I gave you my card.
Who is now technically a criminal.
Oh. So how can I help you?
Are you done packing?
Packing? What are you talking about?
I thought you came here to pack some of Ota's things for his hospital stay.
Ota? At the hospital?
How strange.
My boy's fine. You shouldn't say things like that to a mother.
About that photo.
Oh, this? This is a family photo from when Ota was still small. I wanted to look at it again. I'm a horrible mother. I've always caused trouble for my husband and Ota. They've helped me so many times. They were always smiling. They were so kind. I remember a gift they gave me one Mother's Day.
Well, at least you remember something.
Knew how much I liked floral patterns. So they gave me this apron and a kitchen knife. Oh, I was so happy. I was crying and smiling, and that's what this photo is from.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the dad. Is he wearing like a cap and like looking down? Or is that his face? Because it doesn't look like a human face. I think he's like has a cap and like he's like the dark spot is on like the tip of the brim, right? Like here's the head and here's the visor, right? And like he's looking down. I think that's what's going on there.
It's kind of embarrassing, but isn't it such a nice photo?
Yes, that's very nice, Mayumi.
I mean, the alternative is that he doesn't have a human face. So I think my explanation is probably the more reasonable one. Where's your husband?
Oh, who knows?
Date, I did some research on her husband, Ota's father.
That's his name? Oh, his name is Ota's father?
His name is Matsushita.
Okay. That actually is... Okay, he doesn't have a human face. So, he has, like, black cartoon eyes, and, like, his head... He doesn't actually have a chin. Like, his head goes into his neck. Like, his head and his neck are one piece. And he has, like, one buck tooth. There's, like, no jawline. And he doesn't have, like, eyebrows, but he has, like, this one continuous brow line. And, yes, a Hitler mustache. And his nose is, like, an upturned triangle. Alright, so, yeah, he doesn't have a human face. Okay.
He died of myocardial infarction 5 years ago.
Can you tell me what that is?
What? What is going on here?
About last night.
Last night? What time?
Before 10 p.m.
Oh, I was already asleep by 10.
You were sleeping? That can't be.
Ota.
You left the diner to chase after Ota and Iris. I saw the whole thing with my own left eye.
Left eye? Not both your eyes?
Well...
Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't go anywhere last night. I was asleep. I was dreaming.
Dreaming?
Yes, a very nostalgic dream.
What kind of dream?
It was when my son had just started elementary school. I had Ota run an errand for me, and he was taking so long, and I was waiting. My husband said it was nothing to worry about, but I couldn't take it anymore and went to look for him. I found him at a traffic signal, crying.
We've all been there.
He said he couldn't come home because the signal was still red. But it was one of those crossing signals you have to push. That boy didn't even notice it. He just stood in front of that red light. So stubborn. So stupidly honest. Ah, that's my Oda. He was so cute. I couldn't help it.
Date, I noticed something. Can you look at Mayumi with the thermal imaging turned on? Do you see it?
Part of her brain is blue.
That might be due to low blood flow in that part of the brain.
Which means...
Mayumi has an illness.
She has cold brain.
I have checked her hospital records. For the past 6 years, Mayumi has been suffering from dementia.
Dementia?
Symptoms vary considerably, but Mayumi appears to be afflicted by memory loss. She seems to be missing memories.
I see. So that's where those weird comments were coming from. Can she run a diner like that?
It isn't running.
What do you mean?
Matsushita Diner has been closed for 8 years. Matsushita Diner is near the Kapasaki district.
It's Chemical Diner.
It is not technically within the restricted area. However, after the chemical plant explosion, the number of potential customers must have dropped considerably.
No one wants to eat at a diner that's next to the chemical zone.
Before the accident, this diner managed quite well due to its proximity to Bloom Park. Patrons from Bloom Park would often eat here, being the cheaper option. But Bloom Park closed 8 years ago. The customers stopped coming, and then, naturally...
Does Mayumi not notice that the store's closed?
I do not think so.
Because of the dementia?
Yes.
I can't believe it.
Well, is that all? I have to start preparing for the dinner shift.
I guess that will be all.
Date, let's go. It's better that you leave things be.
You're right.
She's in the kitchen, cutting vegetables. Got to prepare for the stream of customers that are going to come in for dinner. It's going to be non-stop. We'll just get out of her way and go visit Sosajima. Tell him that he might look nice with, you know, a yellow jacket and boobs, because I don't know why we would think that.
How did you get in?
Hopped over the fence.
That's trespassing, you know.
My baseball landed in your backyard. I was just trying to get it back.
About So's alibi.
Congressman Sajima was at home all Friday and Saturday.
How about from last night until this morning?
He was in his bedroom, resting.
Can you prove that?
My word should be enough.
Iba, are there any security cameras in the mansion?
There are several, but for some reason, they are all powered off. There is no image data for the past few days.
Really? That's too suspicious to ignore.
Do you know Iris Sagan? Sagan? Probably Sagan.
No.
It's this girl.
That girl?
Cute.
What was that?
Nothing.
You just said cute, didn't you?
I did not.
You did.
Did not. Did. I said shoot.
Why would you say shoot?
Look, I said I don't know her, all right?
What's your boss's relationship with the Kumakuras?
I don't know anything. Even if I did, I couldn't tell you. I'm sworn to confidentiality.
Swear to me! I've just been waiting for someone to say the word swear. Completely still. Do you know Iris Sagan?
I don't. Who is that?
This girl. Do you recall seeing her?
Have you ever, smooched her a little bit? Maybe a little bit of smooching?
No, I've never seen her.
No smooching?
I detect no noticeable rise in So's body temperature.
This guy's a politician. Lying is his job.
Especially lying about smooching.
Well, true.
Where were you at 3 a.m. this morning?
Here, sleeping, of course. Why? What happened?
Did you not see the news?
No, I've been reading a book.
Isn't it a politician's job to keep up with the news?
I don't know what happened, but whatever it was, I had nothing to do with it.
About your connection with the Kumakuras.
I told you yesterday. My relationship with them is perfectly legitimate.
Hey, Aiba. You were still in the middle of the story about So selling and buying the Kawasaki land.
Oh, we can continue that later.
Are you finished here?
I'm just getting started.
You won't get anything, no matter what you ask. So Sajima has nothing to do with your case.
It's my job to decide that, not yours.
Okay, I didn't want to get rough. But if I need to, I'll feed you to the koi.
I'd like to see you try.
Date, he's not all talk.
What?
Check his body.
Alright, let's check out that body. Question marks?
This guy has a handgun.
It is, of course, real and loaded.
And not like a weird cartoon gimmick handgun like yours, Date.
So you're carrying, huh?
What are you talking about?
Don't act dumb. I should have you arrested for firearm violation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The gun you have on you.
I don't have a gun.
I know that you do.
You got a way to prove it?
I could search you.
Oh yeah? How? You need a warrant for that.
Are you finished? If you are done here, I'd like to ask you to leave.
Date, I don't believe we can accomplish anything further here. It's better for us to return to HQ.
This is why I hate politicians.
Alright, I guess it's time to go. Let's go to the hospital. Got some people to talk to there. Like maybe if Oda's awake, we can just like give him a little smack on the head. Just a little tap. Just like a little tap on the head.
Are you okay?
Date.
The nurse told me you were here.
Yes, just resting. Iris's surgery was successful. They told me she would be fine. After I heard that, a weight left my shoulders, and I just collapsed.
It seems that she passed out and was brought here.
Yeah, the nurse told me.
But I'm fine now. I feel much better.
About Iris.
Iris lost her left eye. They haven't found it yet. If the optic nerve and blood vessels are intact, they told me they might be able to restore it.
Oh, really? Just like attach it right back in?
But I'm thankful she's alive. When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Iwai, my best friend. One of the only friends I had. While I was waiting for news from Iris's surgery, I started thinking about Monica. And I felt like I was going to lose my mind.
That must have been very painful.
Yes.
About your alibi.
Hey, Tommy, what were you doing around 3 a.m. today? I don't mean anything by it. I'm just doing my job.
I was sleeping at home. The police came and picked me up around 4 a.m. That's when I heard about all this.
Her testimony matches what was in the investigation material.
The cops came to pick her up around 4?
Correct.
How long does it take to get from Hitomi's house to the warehouse?
20 to 25 minutes by car.
And the polar bear ran out of the warehouse at around 3:15?
Correct.
If you're fast, you can just make it.
Do you suspect Hitomi?
Not necessarily, but...
Do you own a polar bear costume, by the way? About Oda.
I am so thankful for Oda.
Well, at least one person is.
No, words don't even do it justice. Oda saved Iris, didn't he?
Maybe. It's up in the air right now.
I heard the police talking about it. If Oda didn't go to the warehouse that night, Iris would be dead.
I mean, if he didn't hit me in the head with a pan and then drive off with Iris, like, none of this would have happened in the first place, so it's really just a matter of perspective.
I really don't even know what to say. It's frustrating that there isn't a bigger word for thank you.
Do you know anything about Iris and So?
So Sejima? The politician?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We believe they might know each other.
I don't think so.
About Oda.
Oda was actually one of my students. I was his teacher in elementary school.
That was a long time ago.
Even back then, he had such a strong sense of justice. Not that I'm one to say, but I believe he grew up to be quite an amazing young man.
You know, the word amazing can be used in a variety of contexts.
He risked his own life to save someone else. His mother must have raised him well.
Let's say goodbye.
Sorry for asking you so many questions at a time like this.
No, it's fine.
I should go.
One more location, and that's our house. Let's go talk to Mizuki. I'm sure that is going to be a calm and restrained conversation. I'm sure she will be very concerned about how we are and happy to see that we're all right. Do we really live in this building? Looks kind of run down, doesn't it, Date? I guess Abyss does not pay that well.
Hey, Mizuki, could you take a break? I want to ask you something.
She's ignoring us. We look at these weights, and we cannot look at the weights. About Oda and Iris. Just ellipses. About the fishery. Where's the officer who dropped you off? You're mad at me, aren't you? I can tell. Let's apologize.
Listen, I get it. I'm really sorry, Mizuki. Yesterday, I went to meet up with the Yakuza gang. The Kumakuras. Remember Mama said Renju had some connection with them? So I went to question them. But of course, I couldn't take a little girl with me. You understand, right?
afraid of any Yakuzas. I'd make their hearts stop beating in 3 seconds.
Girls shouldn't talk like that.
That's awfully sexist of you. This is why no one thinks you're attractive.
I'm attractive.
Uh-huh, keep telling yourself that. That's why you haven't had a girlfriend in 4 years.
My girlfriend is a ninja. You know, she's just hiding in the shadows.
I'll have you know, my girlfriend is my eyeball, and she's very nice and very smart and attractive.
Sure. So what do you want to ask me anyway?
About Oda and Iris.
I saw the video. The one at 3 a.m. last night. Ota is amazing. I'm changing my mind about that guy.
Iris and Ota came out of it okay. They'll both live.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Also, let's not change our minds about Oda just yet. Maybe it's a little premature mind changing. About Okiura Fishery.
Okiura Fishery is a company Grandpa made. I don't think Daddy had anything to do with it, though. Grandpa died 17 years ago. Someone else is running that company now. They aren't family.
Where's the officer who dropped you off?
Where's the officer who dropped you off?
I told her to go home. I said I would call her to check in.
Okay.
Why are you disappointed? Did you want to meet her?
It's not like that.
You wanted to see her boobs? I thought you were more into small boobs, pervert.
I like big boobs too.
I suppose you are what they call a tit man.
I mean, we have gotten some hints on that subject, yes. What kind of person was your grandpa? Was he a tit man too?
I never met him. He died before I was born. But Daddy did tell me stories.
About how he loved big boobs, yes.
What kind of stories?
Back when Grandpa was in Great-Grandma's tummy, she was on a passenger ship that got shipwrecked in a storm. She had to have the baby out on the ocean.
On the ocean?
Yep. And then Grandpa was raised by dolphins.
It sounds like an extraordinary man.
Huh?
By the time he was 10, he was catching fish with his bare hands. And then Grandpa got up on land and learned language and culture and stuff.
And stuff? What kind of stuff?
And then he decided to start up Okiura Fishery.
And he built the building with his bare hands, using only the dirt.
Sounds like a tall tale.
Yeah, Grandpa was a legend. All the fishermen and sailors respected him.
Yeah, that is true. Are we going to address that at some point? I guess let's say goodbye.
Thanks for talking with me, Mizuki. It was helpful.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
I have to continue the investigation, so...
Wait, you're leaving me again? I'm coming with you.
No.
Why?
I can't involve you. This might be dangerous.
I mean, if she was there in the restaurant last night, she could have intercepted Oda. Maybe taking along our little super strong sidekick would not be such a bad thing.
It's okay, I'm strong.
I know.
You know how strong I am, right? You were the one who knew how special I was before anyone.
Oh, let's talk about this.
Hey, what happened? Who did this to you?
Some kids at school. 5 or 6 of them. They said I was a weirdo because I don't live with my mom and daddy. And they teased me. And I got mad and I told them to go away and they hit me.
Tell me their names. I'll teach the little punks a lesson.
Date, wait. Adult intervention will not solve this problem. Mizuki has to deal with this problem herself.
Mizuki, come on. It's time to train.
Here's the nightstick that I was issued when I joined the police. I guess we'll, do some lessons on how to use this. It's not a firearm, so if you're caught with it at school, it won't be that bad.
What?
I'm gonna teach you how to kick their asses. We're starting right now. Get ready.
Why the shrine?
A shrine is the perfect place for special training.
It is?
You feel better when you train in quiet, serene places like this.
Sure, whatever.
We just had this gi hanging out for her to...
First, I'm going to teach you 4 secrets to becoming stronger.
For her to get dressed in for the impromptu training.
Follow these 4 rules, and you will acquire power beyond your wildest dreams.
Date, are you playing a character or something?
I'm not Date. While we're in training, I am Master.
Okay, so first, let me tell you about horse stance. The key to victory is to kill the heart.
Like, when you get into a fight, aim for the heart?
Exactly.
No, it's the opposite. You must kill your own heart, Mizuki.
What do you mean?
If you are going to fight, you must suppress any mercy or emotional attachment.
No mercy, Mizuki.
If you have even a mote of sympathy within you, it will be impossible to fight to your potential. Do not think of your opponent as a man. Think of them as a target, a punching bag or a board.
Just a punching bag. Huh.
Mental preparation is important.
In a fight, you must first be victorious in your mind.
That's right, the first opponent you must defeat is yourself.
Like thinking I'm not gonna lose?
Exactly. I do the same mental preparation before going to a strip club. Before I go in, if I tell myself that they're all out of my league, then they will be. The mental fight has begun the moment I put my hand on the door.
Yeah, I see. Actually, no. That's stupid.
Being quick to act is crucial.
Mizuki, do you know how to win any fight against any opponent?
Don't get in a fight in the first place?
That is a respectable answer. But no, the way to win any fight is this. Hit them first, and hit them hard enough to finish them.
Preferably in the throat, while they're not looking.
I kinda get it, but...
Of course, I'm not saying that's how you should behave.
When you walk up to them to start the fight, make sure you're carrying some dirt in your pocket so you can quickly whip it out and throw it in their eyes and then go for the throat punch.
But thinking about this will make a big difference in a real fight.
Yeah, okay, Seriously, Date, are you like acting or something?
Not Date, Master.
Your everyday life is of dire importance.
What? Why?
The best training you could ever have is to be mindful during your everyday life. Diet and exercise form a strong body. And if you are always maturing intellectually and emotionally, you will always be able to anticipate your enemy's first move.
I get it. But you're so messy. Does that mean you can't fight?
Hark, the blowing of the wind through the trees.
You can't just say something cool to avoid my question.
Anyway, practice these 4 truths, and you will get stronger.
This sounds like a scam.
Believe in me. If you do as I say, you'll be thanking me in time.
Are you sure?
And how about we do a baseline test? Show me what you've got.
Huh? How?
Let's see. How about you throw a punch? I can guess your strength from that.
If you say so, I'll give it a shot.
First, close your eyes and concentrate.
Like this?
Exactly. Then, punch forward. Huh?
How is that? You don't have to be nice. I know I'm weak.
Hey, by the way, did you swing back at those bullies?
No, I didn't do anything. There were a bunch of them. I didn't think I could.
I see. She doesn't know her own strength.
I suppose not.
Mizuki, let's just say I think you should be more confident in yourself.
Really?
But never ever strike your master. That is a must.
But because the master is so strong and resilient, you would just hurt yourself. It's for your own good.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, you're so strong you scare me sometimes.
Well then?
No, I can't take you with me.
Why not?
Because I took responsibility for you. I promised Renju. I can't put you in danger.
That's not fair. Bringing up Daddy.
Iris and Ota feel the same way. They don't want you hurt either.
I mean, I didn't ask them about it, but I'm sure they would feel the same way. Probably.
You have to understand, Mizuki.
At least Iris, probably.
If I need your help, I'll let you know. When the time comes.
Really?
Yes.
Promise?
I promise. Let's go, Iva.
Where to?
I mean, in another timeline, I did let you get in the way of active gunfire to beat up some thugs from Counter-Strike, so I guess we will let you go into danger when we have to. When we have to. And I mean, we can't just let her do whatever she wants. I mean, now that both her mother and father are dead, we're actually like her real dad now. So we kind of have to act like it. But with that, I think it's about time to say goodnight. That's a pretty good place to leave it on, I think. Finding out about when Date first learned of the super strength. I'm glad that the game finally acknowledged it. What does the flowchart have to say? We did get to a breakpoint. It was here. Sinking in the vein. So we went along here, got to the Somnium. We're now currently going down. If we went on this other path, we would be going further to the left and up, I guess? I wonder if this is going to make like a shape at the end. I'm not sure why some of these lines are going upwards. So, continuing to go down. Maybe we will reach the end of a timeline next time. I don't know. And then, of course, whenever we reach the end of a timeline, we'll head back here and do the other path. And at some point, we'll get whatever we need to get past the plot lock here on Iris's path. Should be some new files at this point. Takero is updated. Let's see. That's this guy. He's the owner of the diner. He doesn't like customers who don't finish their food. He is very good at backflips and throwing knives. Takero is an ardent student of cooking, very particular about the ingredients he uses. Therefore, his diner attracted many customers but did not make a significant profit. Helping Mayumi was his first priority, decreasing his focus on the diner. Why does he look like this? Why did they draw him like this? He looks like he's from, like, another... Like, he doesn't look like he's from this game. He looks like he's from something else. Why does he look like that? Inspector has been updated. Oh yeah, Araya Kagami. He likes ear picks, dandelions, afros, Kisaran Pisaran. I don't actually know what that last one is. He doesn't like people who don't remember his name. He also does not like cilantro or ginkgo. Hobbies are train surfing, extreme ironing. He's into some risky hobbies, I guess. He is very good at pretending to be dead. He's an expert inspector with remarkable skills. He was signed to the new Cyclops serial killings. He's actually really cute when he takes his mask off, and he's single. What about the appendix? The N system, network of cameras and recording devices on Japanese highways that monitor vehicles, collect data, useful for criminal investigations, the bane of people driving around mistresses. What about SSR? The rarest, most valuable denomination of cards in electronic card games popular on smartphones. SR stands for super rare. There is some debate as what SSR means. Super rare, special super rare, or Saitama super rare. Aiba's electric shock. Aiba can release an electric charge directly into Date's brain via artificial nerve. He's prevented from doing anything Aiba finds distasteful. Date is free from this risk when Aiba is charging, but Aiba can still see during that time. Has Aiba done that? No. Pewter did use the remote control to make Aiba do that. That's true. In the other timeline. Sec. Slang for second, usually not literally a second. If I told my boss that the script would be ready in a sec, I would get scolded. Emo. Stirring the emotions, often negative or sad. Emoing, to express emotions, feeling and acting according to that emotion, though it may seem contradictory. When Date said he would cry tears of joy, this is an example of emoing. Yes, I made this word up, so don't say stuff like emoing isn't a word, lol. I mean, anything can be a word if we want it to be hard enough. Kabaddi? Contact team sport popular in India. It is not cute, apparently. Show no mercy. Part of Oda's inspirational speech that he came up with on his own. Savior. Said Tessa is a savior. Maybe some people reacted to this line by saying, what, isn't that a little extreme? Well, if you're in a bad place, maybe someone like Iris can be a savior. Stage 4. Brain tumors are cancers. They are not given stages, they are given grades. Grade 1 is benign, grade 4 is the most malignant. Wine and underwear are best when aged. This is not a real saying in France. The French and Japanese tend to have the opposite interpretations of things. I'll let you decide who has it right. I'm strongly against this saying. Mass hysteria. Person's delusions are rapidly transmitted to others. Right, this is why Date believed Iris when we did her Somnium in that one way. Delirium, consciousness which shows symptoms of illusions or hallucinations. Mafia, international criminal organization, the Counter-Strike people. Internet cafe, sometimes called net cafes, sure. We party, a youth subculture known as paripi, portmanteau of party people, young men and women who frequent dance clubs and parties. Femisto, convenience store chain. Shoulder to shoulder, to be united as one. Main branch careers. Police officers are bureaucrats who pass the exam. I cannot even intentionally excludes the verb. Heart to heart, see shoulder to shoulder. Rothschild, a family at the center of many conspiracy theories. Rockefeller, also conspiracy theories. We stand, see heart to heart and shoulder to shoulder. Without our team all standing together, this game would not have been completed. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Tips, branching. Branching paths always appear in Somnia. Discover the other routes by jumping to the Somnium where the story splits. Album. Here's day 3 Iris A. Here's some pictures. Concept art of Pewter without his coat on. Alternate hair for Iris. That looks like what we've got. Okay. So, that's it for tonight's session with AI, the Somnium Files. Things happened. I mean, I don't know why things happened. Why did Oda feel that he had to smack Date in the head with a big iron pan, which could have killed him, mind you? Oda, that could be considered attempted murder on Oda's part. Iris got her eye plucked out by a polar bear, man in a polar bear costume. Tried to kill her, saved by Oda, or was that what happened? Who knows? Who can say? I don't know. But maybe next time we'll continue on. Maybe we'll be able to talk to Oda and Iris and find out a bit more of what was actually happening that night. Who can say? Oda's mom can't say. She's got the dementia. The politician doesn't want to tell us anything. We went into Iris' Somnia, and it's just like a warehouse. We don't know what the kissing was all about. A lot of mysterious stuff, of course. So, I guess next time we will continue on, and, well, we're not letting Mizuki accompany us, unfortunately. We'll see what happens next time as we continue with AI the Somnium Files. See you then.